Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind in the pouring rain in Balmora. We're in the pouring rain in Balmora because we are heading down the Odai River to go and assassinate a Hlalu noble who's living in a stronghold that they've recently built on the Odai Plateau. And in a way, there we go. In a way, I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm sure Fathers is going to enjoy this as well, because this is, what is this? This is old-fashioned assassination. This is like back in the good old Morag Tong days. We're going to go freaking stab someone, and it won't be legal, unfortunately, like with the Morag Tong, you know. We won't have a writ, although you'd bloody think, as Grandmaster of the Morag Tong, I could fabricate myself a writ to do this, but whatever. I could just say to Master Aaron, look, I am the head of the Morag Tong. You could literally pay me, and we could have a totally legal contract to do this. But I guess us being the Grandmaster of the Morag Tong is a very highly kept secret, and not even Master Arian knows about that. But anyway. Time to die, rat. Let's use this instead. There we go. So yes, we're going to go and assassinate a Hlalu noble in the mansion that we could have got if we were playing House Hlalu. As we continue to basically work towards the rank of Master in House Telvanni, which I believe is one rank below the Archmagister himself. We are this close to being head of House Telvanni, folks. Fucking knew it. God, it feels like it's been ages since we've been in this neck of the woods. What is this, the Ascadian Isles region? I forget exactly. The nice green pleasant bit of Morrowind. Right, and here it is. Doesn't look nearly as impressive as if we'd actually done the Hlalu quest line, because if you actually do the Hlalu quest line, you get like multiple buildings and a wall around it and stuff. It's actually quite grand. But this is a very basic version of the manner that we would ultimately get if we were playing House Hlalu. So I guess, seeing as this doesn't appear to be any other way in, we're just going to knock on the front door and say, hello, I'm here to stab you in the face. Now the question is, do we kill absolutely everybody here? Or do we taunt the noble into fighting them? Or maybe we'll just talk to them. There might be a dialogue option which prompts a combat. There she is, Raynassa Wraithen. Hello. What's it now? Are all Outlanders as dense, rude, and dishonourable as you? You have not been invited into Wraithen Manor. If you have any business with me, which I doubt, make it quick and then go, Outlander. All right, okay. I no longer feel remotely bad about stabbing you in the face. Is this actually going to work? I'm not even sure. There we go.
You Enwa!
There we go. Just like old times. Flippin' heck. Don't mind if I do. Jolly good. Hello? Don't mind if I have that either. This is an interesting collection of stuff she's got here, isn't it? Brief history of the Empire. Restore endurance. Rather, it was restore strength, but hey. Nothing in the closet at all. Guaskin drums, loot. Do you know what? Mad as it sounds, I'm going to take that Guaskin drum. The reason why? So I can hand it over to that lady in the Corpusarium when I go back to visit again, which I probably will at some point, because I'd like to talk to Divethir again about one or two things. And I'd also like to talk to Yagran Bagan about one or two things as well. Doodly doodly doo doo doo. Is that Flynn? It is. Thank you very much. Alright, jolly good. We are done here. I don't think we've done this under the guise of being a Morag Tong assassin. So nobody will ask any questions about it. Least of all those two servants who are probably petrified after having heard the commotion upstairs. Alright, very good. It is quite a nice view from up here, isn't it? But if we just crest over this hill here, it's like we're instantly in swampland, aren't we? Yep. Hello, Bitter Coast. Yep. I think that's either Hla'oad or Narmok down there. The landscape does like to change quite suddenly in this game, it must be said. But it is at least separated by the occasional hill or mountain or what have you. And we need to collect Cork Bulb because it's good for healing potions, and I do intend to do Alchemy at some point. In fact, we could do some right now, since I've got almost full fatigue. We'll take a seat here. Sit down on this rock, get out the old alchemy equipment, make a few potions. Let's see. Corkbowl root. And let's go for marshmallow. And crush fiber. No, not crush fiber. Wickweed. Alchemy increased to 36. Hooray! Hound meat diseased. Oh, why on earth did I pick that up? Ugh. Salt rice. Wow, that was dreadful. Daedra Heart. Now that's Restore Magicka, isn't it? Daedra Hearts. In fact, we could make a few of those. Let's see. Frost salts. Void salts. Oh, I should grab some comberries if I've seen them too. They kind of grow in this kind of region as well, so... Scuttle and Hound meat. Restore and Fortify fatigue. It didn't work though. Never mind. Okay, that's a few new potions. Which, yeah, I'm gonna go weird. There we go. We've got some Restore Magickas. We've got some more Restore Health. I know when you might need some of those in a tight spot. Right. There's old Archenthand right up there, top of that mountain there. You see what I mean? Like, it's really cool being able to see that stuff in the distance, and yet at the same time, part of me doesn't want to be able to see stuff like that in the distance. I can never make my mind up. Alright, well that done and out of the way, I suppose. Cork Bulb, hello. Give. Oh, failed. How do you fail to pick up a Cork Bulb root? It's huge. There we go. Any comberries around here? I'd really love some comberries. For making more magic. Here we go. There's some bleeding comberries. There we go. Whoa. It totally changes after we've picked them all. That's really weird. Anyway. Comberries. Bloody useful. Bloody useful. I'd go shopping for some in Balmora, but I think I've actually bought all the comberries in Balmora. Yeah, when I was shopping around for some after making my infinite Atronach book discovery, I went to Balmora and I bought lots of... See, that does look really cool. I went to Balmora and I bought lots of comberries off all of the tavern keepers and stuff here, so... Okay. Telekinesis. Do you know what? I haven't actually checked to see what Arian's Helper does. Oh, hello! It's this. I was wondering when I'd get access to this. This is one of my favourite quest rewards, actually, this glove. Summons a Flame, Frost, and Storm Atronach all at the same time for 30 seconds. Combine that with Gothran's Cephalopod Helm. You can have 3 Atronachs and a Dremora. Just in my enemy's face immediately. And it doesn't cost me anything other than item charge, and items recharge themselves when you rest in this game, so it effectively is for free. Yeah, that's a really nice enchanting glove. I'm definitely not selling or getting rid of that. However, I do need to get back to Master Arian and report that the assassination was a rip-roaring success.
You want something, friend?
Did you expect anything else, though, really? Come on. Fathers is Grandmaster of the Morak Tong for a reason, after all. So I've been thinking about Caius, and how he very suddenly decided, but sorry, I'm off back to Cyrodiil, bye. And I do wonder to myself if it's not perhaps because... Well, I mean, was he really recalled to Cyrodiil? Or was it more a case of he got wind of the fact that Fathus was probably going to try and kill him and just decided, right, okay, you know what then, I'm off. I'm going back to Cyrodiil, and Fathus, you are now in charge of the blades. Bye. And then immediately, you will notice, teleported out of his house. He freaking teleported away because we walked out the door, turned around, went straight back in, and he was gone. So now that I think about it, I like to think that's what happened there. He was like, right, Fathus is totally going to kill me now. I need to get out of here. Congrats, Fathus. I'm leaving. You are now in charge of everything. Bye. As soon as Fathus walks out the door, he teleports away. Regardless, maybe he didn't know it was Fathus specifically. Maybe he just knew that someone was out for his blood. Because I imagine Fathus, because Fathus' original plan was probably to kill Caius and then eliminate all of the Blades agents in Vvardenfell as well, because Caius, after all, did give us a handy-dandy list of them all. Tell boss. Sorry, I'm standing... I can't talk and play the game at the same time, amazingly. You would think I'd be able to, being a Let's Player, but apparently no. But the plan Fathus would have been concocting, I suspect, would have been to basically get the Morak Tong to assassinate every Blades agent in Vvardenfell using the list that he was given by Caius. And then Fathus would take care of Caius personally. So, through Caius' various connections and stuff, perhaps he figured out that someone wanted him in the Blades dead. But he didn't know exactly who. I don't know. We can spin this narrative as much as we like. The point is, though, that he's disappeared back to Cyrodiil and we're now in charge. Is Renessa Wraithen dead? She's no more. You are a credit to your house, Fathus. Advancement? No, I didn't think so. All right. The Redoran stronghold of Indaris Manor also deserves a visit from House Telvanni. Retire the young Redoran noble Bandon Indaris. Indaris Manor is built in the Bal Isra, named after the rows of stones there. You can find it on the road from Aldrune to Margan. Go there and slay the Redoran Bandon Indaris. We've been there before to the Bal Isra, I think. It's even marked on our map. There we go. That's the reason it's marked on the map, the Bal Isra, in case you were curious. It's because that's where the Redoran Manor gets built. So therefore it has a map marker, a bit like Uvirith. Tripped over my own tongue there. A bit like Uvirith's grave. Because you'd be well... You know, you'd be well within your rights to be very confused about that if you happen to be exploring that region and you just randomly discovered a random bit of the map with nothing there in particular, and you're like, why on earth is this called Uvirith's grave? I don't see anything here. It's because the Stronghold gets built there later. Therefore, it has a map marker. So, we need to get to Aldrune. So, once again... Children of Lord Jihar. I wish I could cast that spell reliably. That would be so good, summoning a Bone Lord. Or this Dwemer Animunculi thing as well. Just summon a Centurion Sphere. Brilliant. Bloody brilliant. Unfortunately, Fathus is not a terribly talented mage, as we've already well established. Divine Intervention. Yep. He makes up for it with raw cunning and being extremely good with a blade. Which is fine. And having tons of magical doodads. Of course. Please don't be ash storming. No, it's not. Good. Okay. Brilliant. You can see the slopes of Red Mountain looming in the distance there, but not much else. It's very foggy, but it's... Why is Aldrune like the only town in the game where the guards actually try and fight off the wildlife? It really confuses me. Anyway. So, we basically just need to follow the road north to the Balistro. We've been down this road a few times before. I think the first time was when we were actually headed to Margan. In order to... well, if I recall, actually, it was when we were going to go up and see the Shalako Ashlanders. So we've probably only been up here once before. Yeah, I remember coming up this road with Bill in tow. Which means this is probably going to be a bit of a boring journey, actually, it must be said. Because I've been here relatively recently and I killed everything that was here, so... This road is a well-travelled one. Mind you, there are some scribs here. We're almost there anyway already. Indaris Manor. So, yeah, as I said, this is the other what you could have won scenario. Probably my second favourite after the Telvanni Stronghold, actually, the Red one. Red one's kind of fun. The downside of it is that a bit like Uvirith's grave it's in a very remote, awkward location. And as I think I've explained previously, it's raining in the Ashlands, really? Bloody hell. As I've explained previously, it's a problem for a Redoran player, because a Redoran player is not necessarily going to have any magic, which means that they're not going to be able to teleport around the place like a Telvanni character can. So having your mansion out here in the middle of frickin' nowhere is kind of a problem. The Hlali one's particularly good because it's just like a 5-minute walk away from Balmora, and from Balmora you can get to almost anywhere, really. Okay. This guy's walking towards me like he's got a purpose. Hetman Ghouls. Not supposed to be here, Telvanni. This is House Redoran land. I advise you to leave immediately. Oh, let's just pretend I put on my mask before I came here, shall we? His great and honourable mayor, a rising star in House Redoran and the Lord of Indaris Manor here. I doubt you have any legitimate business with him. Well, I have some illegitimate business with him, though. I could taunt the guy, obviously. I'm just wondering if I have maybe a frenzy spell or something I could use on him. A frenzy spell is how I would normally do this. I don't think creature will work. It's got to be frenzy humanoid. No. Because normally, in Morrowind, I never take Speechcraft because it's a garbage skill. I took it for this Let's Play for 1, role-playing reasons, and 2, well, because I installed a mod to actually make it a bit less useless. I'm not supposed to be here, Telvanni. You're not, Abandon Indaris, there he is, alright.
You in.
Okay, he's just... Alright, he clearly suspects something is up. He threw the first punch there. Well then. Okay. Well, none of you could complain. By the laws of the land, he struck the first blow, and therefore, I was entitled to kill him. And the stupid Honourable Redoran probably won't do anything about it either, because they will respect the law. Ha ha ha! Brilliant. What happens if I talk to him? I just say you're not supposed to be here. Well then, toodaloo, everyone. Bye! CB intervention. Let's skedaddle, shall we? That did not go remotely how I expected, honestly. I thought I was going to have to strike the first blow, and I was tempted to do so without taunting, so that I would end up fighting the entire mansion, because I felt like that would maybe be kind of more realistic. I also wanted an excuse to try out Arian's helper, actually. I'll admit it right now. I wanted to summon a ton of Atronachs and just watch the carnage. But young Bandit Indaris decided, oh no, I'm going to punch you in the face first and change the entire dynamic of the situation. And, well, you know what? Fair enough. It was the last mistake he ever made. Okay, Arian. It's done. So Bandit Indaris is dead. The Redderans will not be so hasty to expand their territory now. You've done well, Fathis. Really? There's more? Okay. Only one thing remains and prevents you from declaring yourself master. You must see... I like that you declare yourself master. You don't have the title awarded to you by someone else like the Archmagister. You just sort of become powerful enough and then just declare that I'm a master now. You must see Lunella Hlaran once more and find out what must be done to defend your stronghold and discourage Redderan or Hlalu retaliation. Very good. Well, we'll go do that then. I don't know if she'll have anything to say to us right now, because the next phase of our stronghold still has not actually arrived yet. But let's go have a chit-chat with her anyway, just to... There we go, be on the safe side.
Wonderful. Welcome, Outlander.
I'm glad somebody's pleased to see me. Right. Back down to the old hermitage again. What's her, I do wonder, what is Lunella Hlaran's, actual, official job title down there in the hermitage? It's never really explained what the hermitage is and why she's down there. And what her job is, but... I just want to check to see if you've got any restore attribute type things. No. It's an exceedingly rare type of spell, apparently. And also, that's a very valuable spell.
May I help you, Outlander?
No, you just offer training. And you? Fortify. Yeah, Fortify is not hard to get your hands on, but Restore is the tricky one. I mean, Fortify can be a temporary fix, admittedly, but I'd really prefer a Restore. Because with the Restore, it means I don't have to go visit a temple. I am here to discuss my stronghold. Yeah, she's giving me this spiel again, isn't she? I don't think we can do anything. I think once again I'm being bottlenecked by the progress of the stronghold. There's nothing I can do until it's done. Unfortunate, but that's just what it is. Okay, fine. Well. Let me have a think. Okay, so what we're going to do is I am going to go back to my hideout, and we are going to wait the rest of this out. Again, Fathis will be here, reading his books, studying his spells, poring over his old Dwemer texts, doing the things he likes to do in his spare time. Even the player character in an RPG has got to have his hobbies, okay? Do I have any other bits and bobs I need to put around here anyway? Actually, I need to put the Daedric Summoning Book back where it belongs, for instance, but yes. In fact, I tell you what, speaking of Dwemer stuff, why don't we go pay a visit to Yagran Bagan. Ignore the fact that these books are now floating. Take this as well. Let's go have a chit chat with Tel Fyr and Yagran Bagan about these. That's what we're going to do. We're not just going to wait here and rest. We're actually going to go take care of this, because now seems like an ideal opportunity to do that. We have nothing going on. Fathas's diary has been cleared. Perhaps now time to go pay Yagran Bagan another visit and have a chat with him about some of these books we found. So, best way to do that right now would be to... Well, I just was in Southwarth Morrow, which is the annoying thing, but I would have needed to come back here and get these books and things anyway, so... Not that it really matters. Boots of the Apostle! That's what's over here. Yeah, I'm going to take the boat instead of going to the Mages Guild and teleporting. Because, again, doing so will cause time to tick forward a bit faster as we wait for the Stronghold to enter the next phase of construction. In fact, if I'd been teleporting a bit less and using traditional fast travel a bit more, it might have been done by now, admittedly. Let's go all the way to Southwarth Morrow for 91 flipping gold. Once again, lovely night sky. And... yeah, I tell you what, we're going to go to the Gateway Inn and we're going to spend the night here. The lady in question is up here. There she is. Second floor loft. I think that's up here, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll rest until... let's see... 8 AM, yeah, that works. And let's head back to Tel Fyr with our fancy books in hand. And some water walking equipped, yeah. It should be this general sort of direction here. Because Yagran Bagan, he is an interesting person. He's an interesting fellow. Because he's one of those NPCs that does not have a lot of dialogue unless you bring things to him, in which case he does have some dialogue. And Tel Fyr also has some fun and interesting things to talk about too, actually. I should have talked about some of them prior, while we were there last, dealing with the whole corpus thing, but it sort of slipped my mind. Oh dear, what wants me dead? What is it? Who is it? Okay, something did want me dead. I think it was probably a fish. It was probably a very angry fish. Hello. There'll be a cave over there. Have I been in there before? Cave with it. That was totally a levitating mud crab. Actually, it's not a mud crab at all. It's a Kaguti. But it was definitely levitating. It's not a Kaguti, it's an Alit. Right, okay, we got there in the end, but anyway. Poor thing was stuck inside the terrain. Abanabi. Have I been here before? I don't know. I guess we'll find out one way or the other. Whoa, hello. Oh, it's a freaking Daedra. Die! Die as fast as possible. Thank you. Right. A flame atronach. I don't think I've been here. Multiple flame atronachs, okay. What did he just hit me with? Oh god, there's a wizard. Do you know what? Let's have an atronach battle. Oh gosh, I should probably stand back. He's about to get nuclear. Look at him go! Oh! Oh, we're not done yet. I think we won. Can you see why Arian's Dominator is a really, really good item? Marinique Jolvan. Amulet of the Thoughtful Pause. Calm creature, humanoid, restore fatigue. You guys got any fire salts? Oh, not that. 2 loads of fire salts on you. Wow. What have we here? Fey Falcon 2. That's one for the library. Mazte. A glass lantern. Ah, potion ingredients. Don't mind if I do. Bitter green petals. Taking that. It will not be immediately clear why I'm taking those bitter green petals. For quite some time. But trust me, we want bitter green petals. I am metagaming ever so slightly there. Outside of character knowledge, but trust me, it's going to save us a lot of pain later down the road. Anyway, what am I looking for here? There we go. You know what, the animated containers is nice, but it really doesn't work in some situations, does it? Yeah. Corpse preparation. How many copies of that must I have by now? Darkest Darkness. I think I've already got that too. Pretty sure. There's a copy of that in the old library. Anything down here? A few bits and pieces. Ah! Let's just heal ourselves up a little bit here. Back to full health. Let's equip a bit of ranged leech health as well, actually. If there's places full of mages, that might be a good idea to have that. Also, Mehrunes' razor is looking a little bit damaged. I'm just noticing that down there at the bottom left. In fact, it's been a while since we've repaired any of our stuff. I really should go visit a smith. Or get myself some hammers. What do we have here? Oh, hello. Let's just deal with you the old-fashioned way, shall we? By which I mean, spam absorb health on you! Add a magicka. Crumbs. Alright, fine. Now the real old-fashioned way. There we go. Gosh, you know, it is kind of dark in here, isn't it? Let's go ahead and equip. We're not wearing Radisar's Veil at the minute, but admittedly, dealing with Atronachs and mages means that regular old armor will not help us very much, so let's put on the Amulet of Star Vision. That's a bit better, isn't it? Does this lead anywhere at all? Yeah, it does. It goes down this way. Okay. Let's get some Restore Magic. Let's use, how about we use one of the new awesome Restore Magic potions I made? Wouldn't that be a grand idea? Hello. This has reminded me quite a bit of the old Hermitage, actually. Oh, is that raw diamond down there? I think it is. There's a diamond vein down there. I'll have to get that in a minute. Once I'm supremely confident that everything in here is dead. More diamond over there. I see some ebony as well. Yeah, some... Oh, man! Telekinesis is a real trip, isn't it? Look, I can mine ebony from all the way over here. Problem with raw ebony, though, is it weighs a ton, so... Yeah, hello, I see you over there, Mr. and Mrs. Mage Lady. Here I am on my precarious stone bridge. Okay, here we go.
I have you! Stupid!
Get away from me, Great Bone Walker. Not interested. Get away. Right. Whew. Strength has not been damaged. At least, I don't think it has. Of course, there's every chance in the world that she wasn't hostile, but I wasn't willing to take that chance. Now, this lady has a very special weapon indeed. Chrysamere. Long blade, two-handed, chop 6 to 62 damage. I believe in the vanilla game that's something like 10 to 70 damage it does. It's a lot. Been slightly nerfed in this, but it's still pretty powerful. It's a claymore. It's a bloody big one, and it's a unique weapon. It's one of the items from Yagram's old book. It also was cast when used, resist fire, 5 to 20% for 30 seconds on self, restore health 5 to 20 points on self, and reflect 5 to 20% for 30 seconds on self. It's a mighty fine bit of kit. Ooh, it has like a fancy new texture and mesh as well. With the mods I've got installed. It's actually not as big as it used to be either. In the vanilla game, this weapon is huge. Like, it's comically tall. But yes, we now have Chrysamere. We are the proud owner of, etc., etc. Now, is it better than Goldbrand? In terms of raw damage, yeah, its chop does more damage than Goldbrand's slash does. However, Goldbrand also does fire damage, and this does not. So I think, unfortunately, as awesome as Chrysamere actually is, I think it might be going on the shelf of doom. Honestly. But it's cool that we have it now, I suppose. But yeah, it's probably going to end up on the shelf alongside the... I don't know if I've got that in the library, I'll take that. Alongside the Ice Blade of the Monarch, basically. Now, she had a key. I'm wondering what the key was for. Since none of these are opening. Where's that? An emerald. Give. And raw ebony. Nah. Not interested. I forgot to drop off this Dwemer cylinder and this Dwemer tube when I was at my hideout. Whoops. I got distracted by this sudden idea of, ooh, I should go see Tel Fyr. And forgot to actually do the housekeeping. Right, I can still telekinesis, right? Or can I? Yeah, I can. I think this woman's corpse is in the way. There we go. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? But then everything's going to be a little bit disappointing compared to Chrysamere. So, I'm wondering now. What was the glove I unequipped in order to wear Arian's helper? It was Nimble Fingers. Ah, it's buffs my security. Right, okay. Not that I really need it with these. Okay. I wondered if these ends might have scrolls in. Turns out they do. Masterful Eye. Elevron Sty. Scroll of Red Scorn. Absorb Personality. Oh, so useful, so useful. Scroll of Windform. That actually is useful. Scroll of Windform is awesome. Still no Scrolls of Ekash's Lock Splitter, though, which annoys me. So I'm going to have this paper lantern. Very nice. I don't think it gives off very much light, though, does it? Compared to... Actually, no, it's about the same, I think. Alright, fine, I'll use this nice blue lantern. Because it's cool. However... I don't know if there's anything down in the murky depths here, but I'm not sure if there is. I'll have those diamonds, though. That's some ebony. There were diamonds on the ceiling, weren't there? Yeah, they're up there. Okay. Might be able to get to them via the bridge with a bit of telekinesis. There we go. Yep. Bonus diamonds. Very nice. Okay, so this place was worth investigating. It was right there on our path between Sadrith Mora and Tel Fyr. And since we're killing time at the moment, why not? I couldn't, I'll level with you folks watching at home. I couldn't honestly remember whether or not this was the place with Chrysamere in it. I had a hunch, but I fancied checking it out regardless. But I'm quite happy that it was the place with Chrysamere in it. Because that's another unique artifact to add to the collection. And, well, you know, one day I might sell it to the old museum, although... As I said, Morrowind Rebirth has nerfed the damn museum. Curse it. That's not what I wanted to do. Ah, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, what have I done? There we go. My gloves don't match anymore, which makes me a little bit sad, but never mind. In fact, you know what? I really should be wearing nimble fingers. Normally. Unless I specifically need to use Arian's helper, I should be wearing nimble fingers because it's constant effect. Right. Okay. Onwards to Tel Fyr. To quiz Yagrum Begon about some items from our collection.